For my first project, I'm going to take these two wooden wall hangings that I got at Goodwill and add some beautiful touches with some paint and IOD transfers. So I am going to use Fusion Mineral Paint in Victorian Lace. And then I'm going to put this butterfly and flower on the small one, and they're from Wild Blomin IOD Transfer Set. And then for the larger one, I'm going to put a flower from the Saint Germain IOD Transfer Set. I think it fits perfectly. I'm rubbing the transfers now with the stick that comes in every IOD kit. And I'm also burnishing with the protective plastic shield. Here I'm putting a ribbon through the top, and that'll just make it a little more pretty as it's hanging on a wall. Step, I'm going to seal these. They were done with Fusion Mineral Paint, which already has a top coat, but because I use the IOD transfers, I wanted to give it a little bit more protection. Now I'm using Debbie's DIY Big Top. And that will finish up this project. For my second project, I have these 3 hearts that I got at the dollar store a long time ago. And I didn't really know what to do with them until I got these beautiful rice papers from Connie's Lines and Designs. And I thought that it would be perfect to make these little plant sticks. Here I'm using crinoline as the base because you always kind of want a white base if you're adding on any paper for decoupaging. So here I'm just getting a base layer on, and then we'll decoupage it using Mod Podge here in a little bit. The other DIY paint colors that you'll see me using is Farm Fresh. So here I'm using Farm Fresh. The next heart I'm going to use Blood Moon. And lastly, I'm using Petticoat Pink. So I'm painting the outside and the other side of these hearts. So you might have wondered why I spray the paper before I Mod Podge it, and I feel like it makes it a lot smoother. So you might want to try that the next time you Mod. Finally, I'm going to sand the sides once this is all dry. So I found this at Goodwill. It was $2.99, and I thought it would just be perfect for this one. from the Painted Photographer. It was in the Sonnets Makers box this month. I'll have to look and see what the name of it is, but I just thought it would be perfect on this piece. So I'm going to cut it out. See if I can find the opening here. I think the big one is just a little too big. Yeah, I think it's just a little, I don't know, maybe. I might have another project for that one. So I'm just going to use one of the smaller ones, I think. Yeah, I think that one, that'll look much better. So I'm going to use a little paintbrush. I think there's one over here. And put some water on it. And I'm going to cut these edges off with some little water tapering magic. And I just let it sit for a little bit. And let the water soak in. Okay, I think that's going to be good. And then I can just use my nail and rip it. And you can see all those fibers in it. See all the fibers? That's pretty cool. Love this one. I think Connie's getting better and better every month with her papers in the box. All right, I think that looks really good. I think either side will work. And I don't really think that I have to, sometimes I like to paint the back, but I don't think I have to do that this time around. I don't know. I think with the silver behind it, I think I can get away with that. So I'm going to use my Mod Podge here. And let's get the back here. Maybe I do it off of the piece, right? Oh man. Okay. So I can get a little messy. I like to be a little messy. Okay. Then I'll just Just so. Yeah, I think that'll look really good. All right, so we'll just seal out the front. And this is matte, so I really won't show that much when it's all dry. But I'll do some more of the edges just to make sure that it doesn't pop back up. Okay, and we'll let that dry. Here are the final projects at my booth. Can you spot them? Thanks for watching, and let me know what you think of these projects.